Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Bat Châtillon on 155.55, the Tier 9 French SPG. It's located on the north spawn of Murovanka, and this one is under the command of Oksydor. Now, as it says 155, it's a 155mm howitzer, and it's capable of doing 680 alpha, penetrating 48mm of armour. And Oksydor has 3 marks of excellence on the barrel of his Arty. Now this is a vehicle that had one prototype, but they didn't put it into serial production because, well, they didn't actually build the vehicles that would actually go with it. Now it's by Bat Châtillon, so it's basically a cross between the Bat Chat 25 ton and an M47 tank. And you notice how Oksydor turned the gun, or turned the howitzer rather, to the south, and you can do that in this vehicle. You can actually have the gun facing a different direction to the mode of direction of travel, and you can use that very effectively to try and make a quick getaway. If you're looking at the enemy and you want to travel in a different direction, just line the vehicle up, load the howitzer, and then you can fire away. And as soon as you're ready, you can quickly move away to avoid counter battery. Rounds out the Conqueror. Well, it landed near the Conqueror, but we didn't get to see that because he moved away from the aim too quickly. So I think I'm probably going to have to take control of the view after he aims at the target, just in case he decides to quickly change his view. Standard reload is 28.76 seconds. Okay, he's trying to get the meal. It looked like it landed just to the left of the Emil. Hopefully we'll get a spot back soon, but I suspect the Emil was touched by that shell. Caliban! Oh, he's behind a house. That set of houses down that corner makes it very difficult for us to get shots on him, because the houses do get in the way. Oh, LT432. Rounds out. Oh, he got a direct hit, but not on the LT432. Something was behind him and took a massive hit there from a direct hit. The LT432 just got some splash out of it. Now, we don't know what that tank was, but I reckon we'll get a spot on him soon and we'll get to know exactly who it was. Rounds out on the Caliban. He takes the hit for 153, which is a low roll. Non-penetrating shot. So a high roll would be, well, a non-penetrating shot should be about average 340. And if you get 155, then obviously the armor has managed to hold back most of the damage. He's looking for that Caliban again. He's found him. Rounds out. Better. Much better. And he's gone. So he got the stun assist off that one as well. Okay, he's just relocating a bit. All that. LT432 is getting rather close, and he's auto-aimed onto the guy because he was getting close. But there are a couple of tanks in between us and him, so even if he did try to get us, I think he would get a nasty surprise if he did. Nope, we lost sight of him as he went into that little gully. Okay, just a short way over, we've got an SD1. He fires. Oh, he got a hit! That was a direct hit. Non-penetrating shot in the STA1. So the standard reload is 28.76, but Oksydor's got it down to 22.60. He is using premium consumables. That does help a lot. And he has got some alternative rounds as well. Rounds out. Oh, he killed the LT432. He only needed a splash to get him, but yeah, he put the round down and he's got his first kill of the game. Okay, we still don't know which tank it was that he hit with a direct hit. Rounds out in 703. It landed near him, but it wasn't a direct hit. Only 137 hit points to splash. He might want to turn his vehicle around all the way around so he's actually facing the west, because he might have to make a quick getaway. These guys are getting rather close. He's auto-aimed onto the 703. Got a bit of rescue bloom there. And he got another kill! This time the 7032 bit the dust. But that Emil's getting rather close now. There are still some of our teammates in the vicinity, but he's got to watch out because there's the Conqueror that he hit earlier in the game. He's got very close. He's auto-aimed on, or is he? No, he's manually aiming. Auto-aimed on now. If he fires, he probably will get spotted, although there is another tree in between him and that guy. Okay, he's decided to load the extra HE, which has got much more damage. So the extra HE will do 830 alpha, penetrating 60mm of armor, as opposed to the 48mm you get off the standard HE. He's decided to change back, go to the standard HE again. I would have stayed with the AP, actually. At this point, the AP shells would do a lot more in terms of penetration. 460 alpha, but 310mm of pen. So if that one does hit him, it's going to be pretty cataclysmic for that Conqueror. It won't kill him outright, but it will certainly make him think twice. Well, there's that first hit for 250, and he's now lost most of his hit points, but he does know there's an Arty just in front of him. He's auto-aimed on again. But he's going to be able to shoot again very quickly. Here we go. Oh, lost sight of him. Now somebody quickly acquire him because we'd like that tank to be our third kill. Oh, he fired blind, but he still stunned the Conqueror, but he was spotted this time. So he's decided to go into the water. And the Conqueror has been taken out by our teammate in the Kunstpanzer. Okay, so he did take a hit. He's lost virtually all of his hit points. It was 403 hit points he lost. Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, so not so good on hit points now. He's vulnerable to a counter battery. The enemy RT is an M53, M55, so it would be difficult for the enemy RT to put around him, but he fires around at that even. And it was nearby, but not close enough to get some damage. Scores even at the moment. Looking at the other end of the battlefield, there's the even. Now, waiting for the gun to come round, he's dialing in, holding it on target. Here we go. Rounds out. Oh, he looked away. But he did get it near the ELC. It was a long-range shot. I'm going to have to take control of the camera again because he's sometimes he follows the camera and follows the shot to see what actually it does, and sometimes he doesn't. And it's a real pain when he doesn't, because then we don't get to see the kill. Well, that one splashed the CS52 list, but he actually did hit the TNH at the same time. And so, yeah, chances are he's missed out on his high caliber, but he's still 2,384 hit points away from a high caliber. So he'd have to go some if he was going to get it. Okay, he's realigning the shot onto the where the fox was. Oh, he got him! He wiped him out, and it didn't say fire or anything like that. So I think it was a blind kill on this fox. So that CS52 is no more. That was probably a bit of a surprise for him. It certainly was for me. Okay, he's now trying to get that ELC Evan 90, who's obviously looking for him, specifically for Oksydor. He's about to find the T28, and the T28 puts him down. Now we've got an advantage. One tank only, but it's enough. Now the enemy does have a T103 down to the south. I'm wondering if that's the enemy tank that we hit with a blind hit earlier in the game. We probably won't know until the end of the game exactly when we have a look at the end of battle results. We've gone into a bit of a lull in the game because obviously our guys aren't in contact with them. They're effectively trying to wait for us to make a move towards them. And there's the T103. He is missing some hit points. now. And now he's missing some more. 270. Oh, and look at this SU-130 PM managed to creep up on us. We've auto-aimed onto him. The gun's swiveling. Our teammate in the Scorpion managed to get a hit. We've auto-aimed on again. This could be fun, because he's got very thin skin. The 155 is going to make a huge mess of him. Here we go. Oh, we lost sight of him again. Come on, Barask, find him for us. Either that, the Scorpion. He was there a second or so ago, but we didn't move up ourselves to see where he is. The Barask and the Kunstpanzer are coming back. So they know he's in the vicinity. I think the Barask sense an easy kill. And I think he's right. Be nice if we could get some hit points just before the Barask takes the kill. There he is. Oh! Kill shot! 4 kills now. He's matching the Kunstpanzer pace for pace. They've both got 4 kills now. And the Barask, he thanked him for the sight, and the Barask picked up the spot on that one. And the Barask accepted the thanks for finding him. This has changed the battle completely, because now there's only 3 enemies left: a Waffenträger, a T-28 prototype, and of course their Arty, the M53, M55. Now one of them's bound to be down this corner, because the T-28 was sitting on this side of the map. But there could be, or should be, somebody on that ridgeline looking out for any enemy tanks trying to come down the middle. I would not be surprised if the Kunstpanzer discovered somebody in any second now. As he goes past that hill, there's bound to be somebody up there on the heights. If there's not, then they've misplayed the game, the enemy. There isn't, so they obviously are inexperienced players. And there's the enemy Arty in sight. The Kunstpanzer gets a hit. Oksydor fires in. Long range shot. Right the way from the other side of the battlefield. Literally end to end. You have to wait about 4 seconds for a shell to get that far. Such a long distance. Well, we know the M53, M55 is in the corner. The other 2 must be there as well. Oh, now the Scorpion G just died. So I think where he's looking at the moment, there's the T-28. Rounds out. He stuns the T-28. The M53, M55's gone down. But he did, the M53 did take out our T-28 prototype before he died. Here we go. Chance to earn some hit points. Rounds out. And it splashes him. And we found the Waffenträger. We might have to go back to look at the T-28 prototype again, because they haven't killed him. There he is. Okay. Put a round in there. Rounds out. Long flight time. He unfortunately backs away. And then the Barask. Oh, it's the Kunstpanzer takes him. And that just leaves the Waffenträger left. And remember, he's a thin-skinned vehicle, which means that it's fairly easy to wipe him out. We're under 2 minutes now. And the clock's ticking. Not yet, but will be at 1 minute. It looks like he was trying to escape towards the water, so I suspect he's probably still moving. Yeah, I look closer towards the water. I think that's where he's gone. He's zoomed down here, trying to get close to the edge. Okay, we're switching to the high explosive with the extra punch. I don't think the Waffenträger... No, he's been found. He is next to the water, just as we suspected. Here we go. Rounds out. Oh! And just before the shell arrived, he was taken out by the Kunstpanzer. So the Kunstpanzer ends up with 7 kills for the game. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was an ace tanker game for Oksydor in the Bat Chat 155-55. He got a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He did get 4 exactly. He also got a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 14. And he got a Confederate medal because he hit more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. At least 6 tanks subsequently taken out by other teammates. His win age for that game was 4,640, which is Super Unicum standard. Let's have a look at team score. Well, he didn't get the highest damage in the game, but he did actually accidentally damage one of his own teammates, so he would have been denied it anyway if he actually had got it or got the highest damage. As it was, the Kunstpanzer picked up a high caliber and a top gun for 4,677, and the second highest damage was 3,262 for Oksydor. And the third highest damage in this game went to the Waffenträger with 2,670 hit points. When it came to kills, it was Kunstpanzer with 7, we got Oksydor with 4, and 2 kills went to the Scorpion G, the Char Future with 4, and that Fox, the Liss, who only got 2 as well. And when it came to base XP, yep, it's the Kunstpanzer again, so he's got the top in all 3 columns. 1,318 went to him, 1,076 went to Oksydor, 1,031 went to the Barask. Oksydor fired 24 rounds in that game, got 11 direct hits on the enemy and 1 penetration on them as well. Let's have a look and see, because it usually shows which ones were the penetration shot. Yes, it was that SU-130 PM. He hit him with a big hard hit, and it did pen him, but low roll penetration on that guy took him out. It was the Barask who spotted him, and then Oksydor nailed him. He also got 19 splashes on the enemy as well, 3,262 hit points, of which 2,275 were at more than 300 meters. A lot of shots at very close range, but the enemy couldn't see him because there was plenty of trees between him and the enemy, but he did get spotted by the Conqueror once, and that's why he took that big hit. 1 hit received, it was a pen, Conqueror. 11 enemy vehicles damaged, 4 killed, 2,046 hit points of stun assist off 15 stuns. He earned 49,070 credits from the game, 50,000 for completing a mission, 99,070 altogether, and after repair, ammunition, resupply and consumables took away 49,049 credits profit. 1,614 XP times 2 for the first victory, 3,228 experience points altogether. Let's see if we can find out which of those enemy tanks we think might have been the one that he blind hit during the game, because we definitely blind hit somebody. It could have been the Star 1, but no, I think we did see him hit the Star 1. It was the T103. I don't think we saw him hit the T103 during the game. And yes, he did manage to get 270 hit points off him. So I think it was the T103 was sitting behind the LT432 just as he came up to the front. And the T103 took the round, and the LT432 just wobbled off to do some more damage elsewhere, and then eventually got killed by Oksydor when it was time for him to leave the battle. So not bad. Let's have a look at the armor on this thing. Well, as you can see, it's a big beast. It is basically a huge Arty with a turret, but it's based on a heavy tank hull as such, but never actually got built. But they've actually made it very, very light. You can see it's only 16 millimeters on the lower plate. Upper plate it's 12 millimeters, but both are angled, so they do get something extra. And I think, although you can't see the driver support, I think the driver is in the front of this vehicle. The gun shield is negligible. It's 16 millimeters. It's only to stop armor, splinter and bullet impacts. And the same for the side of the vehicle. Very, very lightweight indeed. The engine's in the rear, 12 millimeters of armor there. So yes, it's negligible armor. Anywhere you hit on this vehicle, it's going to do damage substantial, especially at tier 9. Let's have a look at the modules. Well, the good news is that we do have the modules for this one. Yes, the driver is sitting in the center up front. We can see there's a big ammo rack on the floor of the vehicle. There's also a massive ammo rack in the actual turret itself, but it's only on the right hand side as you're looking at it. We've got the gunner on the right hand side, 2 loaders sitting directly behind him. We've got the tank commander is on the left hand side of the vehicle, and there's also a radio operator in this vehicle, so a dedicated radio operator. He's sitting right next door to the radio. At the rear of the vehicle, obviously, we've got the engine, sandwiched between two fuel tanks and the transmission behind that. So a rather conventional layout, except of course I suppose you might say for that huge ammo rack at the back, it encompasses one half of the tank, but in the turret rather, one half the on one side of the turret rather. But I suppose if you actually aimed a shell through the left-hand side of this vehicle, it would probably still impact the other side of the vehicle and the turret on that side and damage the ammo rack. So yes, if you want to make this thing go bang, just aim for the turret. You should hit something that's crucial and make it go bang. So a nice little battle there by Oksydor with his 3-mark Bat Chat 155.55. Not a lot of people like this Arty. And again, that's a reason why it's a good idea to play it, because it's easier to get ace tankers, it's easier to get good results, and you can do what Oksydor did if you get it right, and get fantastic results by swapping the shells around to get more effect out of the higher HE or the armor piercing rounds when you need to. But it is a big target, so remember, don't get too close to the enemy because it'll be easy for them to get a shot in and do damage to you. But it's still a fun Arty to play. I prefer the stock gun. I'd love to know if Oksydor is actually using the top gun. He probably is. You get more accuracy out of the top gun, just get a longer reload as well, unfortunately. But yeah, it's a good Arty to play. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.